Can you guys all hear me? I think so, eh? Just for the record, when you get hungry, Leviticus 11:29 talks about creeping things. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the small and the mole, the snail and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean unto the even. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into the water, and it shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed. That was Leviticus 29, talking about creeping things. It continues on, Leviticus 11:33. And every earthen vessel whereinto any of them falleth, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk, and every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. I don't know who I'm talking to. There's nobody here. And he that eateth Leviticus 11:40. And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the eve. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the eve. And even creeping things that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever hath more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Ye shall not make yourself abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourself unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. Leviticus 11:44, people to sanctify themselves. For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beasts, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the clean and the unclean, and between the beast and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. Chapter 12, Leviticus. Purification time for women. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 and 30 days. She shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child, she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. Leviticus 12:6. Atonement offerings for women. And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation unto the priest. Who shall offer it before the Lord and make an atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the issue of her blood, and is the law of her that hath borne a male or a female. And if she be not able to bring a lamb, then she shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons, the one for the burnt offering and the other for a sin offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for her, and she shall be clean. Chapter 13, Signs of leprosy. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, When a man shall have in the skin of his flesh arising a scab or a bright spot, and it be the skin of his flesh like the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priests. And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh. And when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague is in sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy. And the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and in the sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest shall shut up him, and hath the plague 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day, and behold, if the plague is in his sight, be it a stay, and the plague spread not in the skin, then the priest shall shut him up 7 more days. And the priest shall look on him, and again the 7th day, and behold. You want me to go to Jeremiah or Joshua? I'll start right from the beginning. Okay. End stream.